Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Strip Down, Rise Up. And this is a new documentary from Netflix from director Michel Ohayon and is about the art of pole dancing and using that as an expression of femininity and sexuality and liberation and female empowerment, and focuses on a class, for the most part, of a specific class of women who come in and work with this very talented and very experienced pole dancing coach. And it's really about their journeys, the things that they've been through, and what this experience is trying to help them get past, whether it's self-esteem issues, trauma, loss, grief. And right off the bat, there's high energy in like the opening moments of this film, and it has a lot of energy, and it's very exciting and very sexy and sensual in the way that these women are expressing themselves. And this film really focuses on the journeys of the group as a whole, but it does focus on a couple of specific cases, including a woman whose husband has died and she just feels like she's lost everything and needs to find herself again, and goes through this class dealing with that grief. You have a young woman who was one of the survivors of the abuse by that trainer on the U.S. Olympic women's gymnastics team. So this film deals with some serious stuff, and for the most part shows this technique of pole dancing and liberation as like in a very like 100% positive light. It can be a little preachy in terms of like it's trying to sell this to you. So that's a bit much at times, but it does spend some time showing some of the opposite viewpoints and questions it a bit. They do bring in psychologists, but they do like kind of prop themselves up a bit. The film shows that these instructors feel like, look at all of this that they're giving to these people that are coming in for this, instead of thinking about it's like, yeah, I'm helping them, but it's like, no, this is what you are doing. So that can be a bit much and a little off-putting in how this documentary frames some of that. And they do show at least one person who doesn't buy in and is very critical, but they kind of gloss over that a bit. It is very raw and meaningful as you see these women break down and show the emotions that they're dealing with. It shows some other stories as well, including a woman who used to be in pornography for a short time in her life and can never get past it. People just keep bringing it up and won't let it go and judge her for it. But this is her outlet. There's a woman who loves to do this, but her husband is very toxic and controlling and makes her hide this from her very religious community. And you see her journey and how it goes through. It's an inspiring and hopeful documentary that sheds a light on some important stories, even if it's a little preachy and doesn't always show like the other side of the perspective in this scenario, and is this really like a be-all end-all kind of cure for these people that might actually have some serious mental illness issues or like could really use therapy. They do talk though in this film about how they really encourage like you need to do that as well along with doing this. But they do have a lot of great choreography, and it's really impressive these skills that a lot of these women have and what they're doing. And it also doesn't judge those that don't have the same skills but are there to just do this for themselves and to see what they can do with their own bodies. And in the end, I feel like Strip Down, Rise Up is an empowering and meaningful documentary that I think a lot of people can get a lot out of. It is close to 2 hours. I feel like it goes on a little bit too long, but it's on Netflix, and I feel like this film, especially for women, can be a really empowering and meaningful film. And I think from like a male side, it could be an eye-opening and perspective providing film that can make you a little less judgmental on things. And in the end, I think this one's worth checking out. But those are my thoughts on Stripped Down, Rise Up. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.